While some NFL team names are so iconic that they feel like they're being stitched into history itself, and others are rolling off the tongue in a very catchy way, or some are just out there striking fear into opponents, there are ones that really make you wonder if the front office just sort of pulled that name out of a hat. From ferocious animals to head-scratching oddities, we're diving into the best and worst of NFL names, starting with the bottom of the barrel and working our way out to the very top. So with that, let's dive right into this. Number 32, New York Jets. A name so simple that you almost forget about it. And quite frankly, I'm sure most of their fan base wishes that they could with how they've tended to play football as of late. But I digress. While aviation-themed nicknames can work, bird names are much more popular in most NFL circles. But Jets just doesn't exactly give the feeling of awe or send shivers down anyone's spine. Plus, there's no deep cultural tie, no fierce animal, no mythical warrior. Just a reminder that your flight out of LaGuardia or JFK is probably going to be delayed. Number 31, Cleveland Browns. While on some level, you do gotta respect the tradition, with the Browns being named after their first coach, Paul Brown. And you know, that would be a whole lot easier to do if the team didn't literally vanish from the city for half a decade. So while using the original name is endearing in a history nerd kind of way, let's not pretend that Browns brings the same energy as Steelers or Ravens. It's a color, and a color that went blank on the city when they would have done anything to keep the team at that. Number 30, Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals are one of the NFL's oldest franchises. And while that does deserve some credit, it's hard to argue that a small red bird is the most intimidating thing to take to the field. Sure, Cardinals are majestic in your grandma's backyard, but come on an NFL helmet, it feels like the team heard that bird names were in and had the owner's children pick logos out of a bird-watching guide. Number 29, Los Angeles Chargers. Yeah, the lightning bolt logo is cool and all, but Chargers? I don't know, it's always just felt a bit off. Are we talking about someone racking up a bill on a credit card? A phone charger? I mean, the name has history rooted in horse cavalry, but that connection has been all but forgotten at this point. It's hard to feel hyped about a team whose name could double as a mid-tier tech startup. Number 28, Jacksonville Jaguars. Alright, Jaguars are fierce, no doubt about that, but Jacksonville's iteration doesn't quite carry the same weight as like the Lions or the Bengals. I don't know, maybe it's because the team hasn't had much success, or maybe it's the teal. Jaguars as animals? Awesome. Jaguars as an NFL team name? Not so much. Number 27, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hey, don't get us wrong. Pirates are cool, but the Buccaneers, I don't know, they feel more like that kid brother in the pirate-themed franchise family compared to the Raiders. Tampa's brand doesn't quite strike the same fear or shake loose the same nostalgia, especially not with longtime NFL fans who remember the glory days for the black and silver. Number 26, Houston Texans. Alright, state pride is a thing in Texas, and we get that. And Texans plays into that very nicely. Plus, yeah, it's rather fitting for the state that claims it has everything bigger in. But one thing Texas isn't known for is its artistic creativity. And leaning so heavily on the state name for a team name, I don't know, it's a little weird. It's like calling the team the Californians or the Floridians. I'm just not really sure how this one got approved. Number 25, Washington Commanders. Look, we get it. Washington had a tough time with rebranding, and I guess Commanders was the safe pick, apparently. And while I guess it pays a nice homage to the government and military ties in the area, it also just kind of screams focus group. There's so many cool names that they could have gone with, and they just picked the most boring and uninspired one. Like, sure, it gets the job done, but this is not winning any points for pizzazz or flair. Number 24, Indianapolis Colts. Alright, you know, I'm one to admit, there is a certain elegance to the Colts name. It evokes speed and grace, but when you're lining up against teams like the Bears, I don't know, Colts just feels a little soft. Like, you couldn't get a full-grown horse? I don't know about you, but Indianapolis Stallions has a real nice ring to it too. Number 23, Carolina Panthers. Sleek, fast, and powerful. The Panthers actually have a pretty solid name, but in the jungle of NFL felines, they're playing second fiddle to teams like the Lions and Bengals. It's good, just not great. Number 22, Tennessee Titans. A nod to Greek mythology. Titans are supposed to be giant giants among men. But for whatever reason, this name doesn't quite pack the punch that it should. Maybe it's the franchise's relatively short history, but I don't know. Titans feels more like an arena football team name than one suited for the big leagues. Number 21, Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins are one of the more unique names in the league, and yeah, you know, I gotta agree. It fits that Miami vibe perfectly. But come on, this team name ain't instilling fear into any opponents. Number 20, Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals' tiger-striped helmets are iconic, but when you think of dominant NFL brands, the Bengals haven't quite reached that level yet. Don't get us wrong, the name is solid. But until Cincinnati creates a little more legacy around the team, I think it's going to stay in the middle of the pack. Number 19, Los Angeles Rams. Rams are tough and aggressive, and the name has history. But, I don't know, there's just something about it that doesn't quite feel as catchy as some of the league's elite names. Don't get us wrong, it's reliable, it's alright, it's just not flashy. Number 18, Atlanta Falcons. Falcons are quick, agile, and deadly, at least in theory. In reality, the team's on-field results have dulled some of the shine. And as far as the other bird names go, I think it's got to be near the bottom of the pecking order. Number 17, New York Giants. Simple, iconic, but I don't know. Giants feels a bit too straightforward in today's era of branding. Still, there is something about that name that just sort of feels big. I wonder what it is. Oh well, at least it played well in the marketing following their upset of the previously unbeaten 2007 Patriots. 18-1 Giant loss made the name worth it in spades. Number 16, Detroit Lions. Oh yeah, the name Lions exudes power, dominance, and command. The potential for greatness is there. If Dan Campbell's squad continues to restore that bite and can claw their way through contention into Super Bowl glory, the Lions could finally match the royalty of the animal it represents. The foundation is set, all that's left is the roar to match. Number 15, Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks might not exist in the real world, but Seattle has fooled thousands of impressionable football fans into believing otherwise. It is Pacific Northwest unique, sleek, and full of energy. Throw in the 12th man and the deafening crowd of Lumen Field, this is a full-blown identity out there. The team might not have the long-standing history of other franchises, but when it comes to modern branding and atmosphere, oh boy, Seattle sits perched high on the list. Number 14, Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are haunting, mysterious, and unforgettable, much like the Edgar Allan Poe work that they're inspired by. The name drips with culture and local pride, a rare blend in professional sports. And on top of that, the Ravens have built a brand that mirrors their name. Tough, relentless, and capable of snatching victory at the last moment. No other team can really claim to have such a perfect combination of literature and football lore, and to that, we gotta tip our caps. Number 13, Buffalo Bills. Named after the legendary Buffalo Bill Cody, the moniker oozes grit, toughness, and blue-collar pride, which perfectly encapsulates the heart of Buffalo itself. And let's not forget the alliteration, Buffalo Bills just kind of rolls off the tongue in a way that it just fits. There's no doubt that that team name has played a huge role in the fan base, known as Bills Mafia, and helping it grow into something even bigger than football just itself. Snow games, tables, and unwavering loyalty, that right there is the Bills way. Number 12, New Orleans Saints. Few names in professional sports intertwine so seamlessly with their city's identity as the Saints do with New Orleans. When the Saints go marching in is more than just a theme, it is a way of life in the Big Easy. The name taps into the city's rich culture, blending football with jazz, history, and religion. And if that wasn't enough, I mean, come on. Who Dat is arguably the best chant in the NFL. On game days, the Superdome feels more like a cathedral, and the Saints are treated as exactly that, a holy symbol of New Orleans pride. Number 11, Minnesota Vikings. Vikings. The name itself conjures images of horned helmets, long ships, and fierce warriors ready for battle. It's a perfect representation of the rugged northern spirit of Minnesota. The Norse influence runs deep in the region, and the branding capitalizes on that heritage. From the purple and gold color scheme to the Gallahorn that echoes through the US Bank Stadium, the Vikings embody toughness and history. Number 10, Denver Broncos. Broncos are built for endurance, power, and speed, traits that perfectly align with Denver's mile-high Wild West identity. The name itself reflects not just the spirit of the team, but the spirit of Colorado itself. The orange and blue, the bucking horse logo, and the legendary mile-high crowd make this one of the most iconic team names in all of football. Number 9, Kansas City Chiefs. There is a weight to the name Chiefs. It evokes leadership, strength, and a sense of honor. Kansas City's brand is bold and regal, with the arrowhead logo reinforcing the tradition behind it. More than that, though, the Chiefs embody consistency with a franchise that has roots that stretch all the way back to the AFL, still standing tall as a perennial contender. Number 8. Philadelphia Eagles. It's hard to think of a name more fitting for a blue-collar, passionate city like Philadelphia. The name feels like a shout of defiance, a perfect reflection of Philly's attitude. And it plays nicely with the green and silver, the iconic winged helmets, and really gives life to the Fly Eagles Fly anthem. The name really makes the franchise identity one of the strongest in all the NFL. Number 7. Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders, dark, rebellious, and unrelenting, just like the fan base. The silver and black is iconic, striking on to opponents from the moment that they step onto the field. No franchise owns the outlaw bad boy persona quite like the Raiders. Whether it be in Oakland, Los Angeles, or Las Vegas, that mystique follows. Love them or hate them, the Raiders' name is undeniable, and quite frankly, it is stitched into the very fabric of NFL history. Number 6. New England Patriots. Revolutionary, patriotic, and dripping with American pride. It's a name that resonates far beyond New England, but it is absolutely perfect for that part of the country. There is no doubt about that. Number 5. San Francisco 49ers. As the lone and number name in the NFL, the 49ers are a unique tribute to the California Gold Rush of 1849. Shout out to the prospectors who left everything behind in search of gold, risking it all, and to those who inspired this great name that defines the spirit of the organization. Number 4. Chicago Bears. Short, fierce, timeless. Bears is among the gold standard of NFL names. Simple yet intimidating. Classic but never outdated. There's no real fancy backstory, no deep literary reference. It's just primal, it's aggressive, and it tells you everything that you need to know in one word. The Chicago Bears represent one of the NFL's founding franchises, and the name feels like it's been carved into the league's DNA ever since. When you think of the Bears, you picture the monsters of the Midway, hard-nosed defenses, and frigid games at Soldier Field. The name perfectly encapsulates what Chicago football is. Or, at least what it should be all about. Toughness, grit, and physicality. It's football in its purest form. No gimmicks, no distractions, just hard-hitting, smash-mouth football. And when it comes to NFL names, Bears is near the top of the ladder. Number 3. Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers isn't just a name. It's a way of life in that area of the country. It's tough, gritty, and built to last, much like the steel industry that defined Pittsburgh for decades. The name perfectly reflects the blue-collar identity of the city, and the team has lived up to it with a style of play that's physical, relentless, and uncompromising. For decades, when you play the Steelers, you knew you're in for a bruising for 4 quarters. The black and gold, the steel curtain defense, and the iconic terrible towels swirling at Heinz Field, now unfortunately named Acrisure Stadium, creates one of the most intimidating atmospheres in all of sports. Few franchises' names embody their community like the Steelers, and that is exactly why they belong near the top of the list. Number 2. Dallas Cowboys. You don't have to be a Cowboys fan to understand the power behind the name. The Dallas Cowboys isn't just a football team, this is a brand that transcends the sport entirely, whether you love them or hate them. It rolls off the tongue with the kind of confidence that's both infuriating to rivals and deeply satisfying to fans. Plus, Cowboys represent independence, ruggedness, and that larger-than-life Texas attitude. Way more than the Texans, I might add. The star on the helmet is instantly recognizable, and the Cowboys' reach stretches far beyond the state of Texas. Whether they're winning or falling apart in the playoffs, the Cowboys dominate headlines, and the name is the perfect one to make the kind of ripples their longtime owner Jerry Jones wants them to. It's the NFL's equivalent of the Yankees or Lakers. Cowboys is just ingrained in NFL culture, so much to the point that even their critics cannot deny their iconic status. Number 1. Green Bay Packers. It's not flashy, it's not menacing, but man, does it drip with history and authenticity in a way that few sports franchises can replicate. And man, it is just perfect for Green Bay. Named after the Indian Packing Company, this small market team somehow boasts one of the largest and most passionate fan bases in the entire NFL. There is no gimmick here. It is just tradition. And sometimes, that is way more powerful than any animal mascot. But hey, which NFL team do you think has the best name? Which one do you think has the worst? What do you think we got right here? What do you think we got wrong? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, then clicking the like button helps out a ton. And we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.